Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
All right, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
Man, oh man, I can't wait for you told me about today's topic. I have no idea what it's going to relate to with local SEO in 10. And I don't think there's any way you'll be able to cover it all in 10 minutes, but you better hurry.
Let me go. Let me let loose. Here we go. We're going to talk about, I'll try and go slow. Today we're going to do part 3 of how does Google determine local rank? And today we're going to talk about the third of those, which is prominence. Now, prominence, it's based on information that Google has about a business from across the internet. So like links, like your Facebook page, it also has to do with Google reviews, your position in web results. All of those things are very important and they all influence your prominence, which combined with distance and relevance, that increases your local ranking. So Today I just wanted to go through each one of the prominence part of this and go through each one of those and just let our listeners know a little bit about how they can help their own prominence and thereby increase their Google ranking and make their business grow.
I better take some good notes this time.
Yes. Well, we got some in the show notes, but first thing I want to talk about is something called, we talked about it before, and that's your NAP. Mm-hmm. It's not your sleeping nap. It's your name, address, and phone number. But this is stuff that has to be consistent across the internet about your business. So Google checks those. If it's confused, if they're different, then it's going to confuse Google. And when you do that, you lose. So making sure that your NAP is consistent across all the properties that you have accounts on. So those properties could be Facebook, Nextdoor, Foursquare, LinkedIn, all of these other places. Of course, they should all key directly into your Google My Business. That's the king of NAP. So we want to make sure that if it's on your Google My Business listing, as your hours and your phone number and your location, your address, that's what we want across the internet about that location.
Done.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. That's kind of an easy one. Sometimes if your business has moved around, it might not be so easy. So in those cases, we do recommend a company like Yext with a Y, Y-E-X-T. You can pay a monthly to them and they will keep all of those, all of that consistent for you for a monthly fee, which kind of sucks. But if you have a brick and mortar business or just an address, then I recommend just making sure that all of your NAP is consistent.
All right.
Make sense? Okay, next one. We want to also talk about your reviews. Reviews are really important, of course, for click-through rate, meaning when somebody sees your business and they compare it to another of your competitors, we always want our clients to have double or triple the amount of reviews. So that way it helps with the click-through rate. It helps you become the no-brainer choice. So what we want to make sure is, you don't have just one Google review from, 2014 saying they make great cabbage soup. You want to have many reviews, of course, and those reviews, you want to populate them or encourage people to use the keywords that you think people are using to search for your business. So that's really important, really, really important.
Well, that's a slippery slope because you start asking for reviews. What happens if you get someone from 2014 who's complaining about the loan that they got, but they bought solar and solar went great, but the loan that they got, anywho.
All right. So definitely you can ask people for reviews. Google gives you a short link to do that. So you just can't say, hey, give me a review first. Let me check it and then I'll approve it. They don't want that. That's called review gating. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the age of your Google My Business listing. So right when you have that location, you have it set up, you want to start right away, get that Google My Business listing set up and going because that age is really important. So that's one of the ranking factors, is how long that's been there. We can increase, the power of that listing with something called link building. So what do you think when I say link building? What does that mean?
That you are linking across different sites, or sites linking back to you?
Yes, the second one. So when we want to have as many of our sites linking back to us as possible. When Google first started, that was like one of the most important things, was how many other sites were linking back to your site. And the more that did that, the more your authority, the more your prominence increases. So there's a number of ways of doing this. You can ask to guest blog. There's a lot of, you can do blog outreach. You can make sure you can ask your friends who have businesses, hey, can you put a link on your page to our page? The best way, though, the things that are the most powerful, is if you can weirdly write an article about your business or about your expertise, your whatever your service is, a common question, and shop that around to different blogs about your service industry. When you do that, and then what happens is they put your article up on their website, it helps them because they have an expert, an authority writing about their industry. And in there, you'll always be able to put a link back to your own site. And that is a really, really high value link. So doing things like that. You can also, if this is too much, you can search on Google and say, how can I get links or purchase links? And you can purchase links on all kinds of sites all across the internet for really cheaply as well. So you can either pay someone to do that, or you can do it yourself. I like the do it yourself, but I also do, for our clients, we do both. So that will help increase the prominence of your site. With that's called link building.
All right. Sounds good. Very reasonable.
All right. Next thing you want to do is you want to be writing articles on your own site about your service. So what makes you an authority? So these could be, for example, I think last year, one of our most popular articles was on how to copyright a photo for photographers. So that way people couldn't, when they stole that photo to use somewhere on the internet, how basically photographers were protecting their copyright. So that's actually it's an interesting niche subject. So we wrote a great article about it. If you want to go on our site, you can check it out. But what that does, it brings photographers and people interested in what we do to our site. That helps with our prominence. So we also have other articles, of course, on Google Local. We have tons of articles on how to market your business online. All that stuff always builds your prominence and your authority. So that's what we want. We want that brand authority, that Magnified Media stamp on our articles that shows that we are an expert in this area.
All right. Well, that definitely sounds like it would help and not hurt anything.
Well, so I think what happened was, a long time ago, people had that blog, right? The word blog. And then I don't know if you've ever read a blog before, but it can be pretty self-serving and, talk about my day driving into work today or something boring like that. What the real purpose of that blog is to show that you're an authority in your subject. And so when you don't do that, then your authority goes down. When you do that, people come to your site for those keywords that they're looking for help in that subject. That makes your authority go up. That brand authority, that's what you really want. So when you're writing a blog, you want to make sure that it's relevant and that you're not talking about your day. You're talking about something that can show that you're an authority.
Good. Well, I think there's plenty of opportunity for that.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that our clients ask all the time is how often they should do those. We recommend, as much as you can, basically. And then when you do create those articles, you should always have some kind of graphic with it, be it a photo or something like that. It's great if you can pair it with other Google platforms like YouTube, make a YouTube video about it. Anything that brings a person there and then keeps them there That's what Google measures, and that's what leads back to brand authority and prominence.
Well, it sounds like it's kind of a no-brainer for any business that wants to be found.
Well, yes, and it just takes time. So you can either pay someone in your staff to do this, which is fine, as long as you know that they're going to be writing good articles that are relevant and that will bring eyeballs to your page. Or you can outsource it. Just look up online who can I outsource to. I know we do this for almost all of our clients. So we create articles definitely for human eyeballs and then also for Google. So we do both. Yeah, you have to.
And the pictures too.
Yeah. So there's other stuff involved when you put all that other kind of other content on that page. There's other things that need to be done, but you can look back in our archives. We talk about schema in a previous episode. That kind of stuff you really want to pay attention to just to help. Because once you do everything right, Google rewards you with eyeballs.
Beautiful. Well, and we're putting it to work with my site. So
yeah, definitely. Great. All right. That was all I had for today about
prominence.
How does Google determine your local rank? It's prominence.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right, everyone. Well, if you know someone in business, small, medium, or large, and they are interested in being found on Google, definitely share this podcast with them. Make sure to rank and review this podcast, because the more it ranks, the more it reviews, and the more reviews, the more earballs we get listening. So,
yuck.
Yes, earballs. So, yeah, but join us again next week for another exciting edition of Local SEO in 10.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.